A new team is finding its legs and victories during an initial ECHL run. We hear from another one of this season's new head coaches. And it wouldn't be a new show without great highlights. All that and more right now on this episode of ECHL Week.
Hi, welcome to another edition of ECHL Week. I'm Barry Schickling. This time we come to you from the Norfolk Scope Arena in Norfolk, Virginia, home of the Norfolk Admirals. Let's get the show started with a look at one of the new teams in the ECHL this season, a team that's been doing quite well on the ice. Although the Trois-Rivieres Lions got off to a slow start in their maiden ECHL voyage, their 19-8-4 record since mid-November has secured their place as a contender in the North Division. We recently spoke with team members to hear their takes about the challenges at the start of the season and what it's been like since.
I think it was establishing the culture, the system, the chemistry between everybody. I mean, everything was new. The team, the logo, the rink, the players, having a lot of different players coming from everywhere. Establishing our system was something that I knew was going to take a while. So when we start to understand the way we needed to play to have success, and the guys bought into that, we started having success.
I think it's maybe the excitement of for first time for all of us was to play home, get the chance to play home in Quebec with the family and friends. So maybe it was an adjustment to deal with it. But since I think the dust settled and we just start clicking, and it's fun to play.
We almost knew each other before coming in because we're all from Quebec and hockey's a small world, but we didn't play with each other much, so we had to get this chemistry going. We knew that the guys were fitting well together, everyone was getting along, so it was just a matter of time before things started clicking.
A couple of Lions appreciate this team's potential to keep playing well into the spring.
We'll see what's going on with all the called up and stuff, but I like what I see. We can score goals, so that's great for a goalie. When the team score 10 goals, usually you're gonna win. So I like our team and the coaching staff and everything. So I like our chance.
The goal is to go all the way. I mean, Newfoundland did it. I was in the league, I was with Rapid City, and I remember the buzz that was coming with this new team in Newfoundland and Canada, and they were really good. They were going and they went all the way, and they finally won the cup. When we came here, that's what we wanted to reproduce, this same buzz, this same feeling around the league that, hey, have you seen that new team playing? They're really good. Then I think they might go all the way.
One of the great things about ECHL Week, of course, is getting caught up in all the news from around the league. Let's do that right now. Ryan McGinnis is no longer with the Norfolk Admirals. He had been in the unusual position of general manager and assistant coach of the team, and it was announced earlier this week that he was departing. After his playing career, which included stops in both the ECHL and American Hockey League, he spent 2 seasons as an assistant coach with the Indy Fuel prior to joining the Admirals, first as the assistant coach before the 2019-20 season. Fans in 8 ECHL markets are in for a treat. The ECHL's championship trophy is preparing to make stops to help stoke interest in the league and the upcoming Kelly Cup playoffs. Starting today, the Cup will make appearances at games, schools, sponsors, broadcast outlets, and other community events. During its excursion, the Cup will travel 7,814 miles, which will include back-to-back weekends in Estero, Florida, and Rapid City, South Dakota, in March. The playoffs are scheduled to begin during the 3rd full week of April. A longtime major leaguer has signed to play in the ECHL. Sean Avery, who at 41 becomes the oldest player in the league, has inked a contract with Orlando. The former Detroit Red Wings, Los Angeles Kings, New York Rangers, and Dallas Stars forward with 580 games of NHL experience last played professionally during the 2011-12 season. He twice led the NHL in penalty minutes. His minor league resume includes 124 games in the American Hockey League and 16 more in the defunct United Hockey League. We're sad to report on the passing of Chris Abbott, who for 30 years, spanning several teams including the Newfoundland Growlers, was a fixture in St. John's as Buddy the Puffin, team mascot. Both Abbo, as he was known, and Buddy were loved by many, and it's not a stretch to say that pro hockey on the Rock won't be quite the same without them. Abbott was 51, but both Abbo and Buddy will live on in our memories.
A longtime player is now a rookie head coach. We hear from him next on ECHL Week.
Thinking of selling your home? Now is the perfect time. Few homes are available for sale, and this increases the competition. Many homes are selling above asking price. Buyers are offering seller-favorable terms, few contingencies, closing dates that meet sellers' needs, large down payments, or all-cash offers. Want to know what homes like yours are selling for? Contact Will Springer today.
Time to meet another one of the new coaches in the ECHL this season. Here's Jason Payne of the Cincinnati Cyclones. Based on his playing days alone, Jason Payne is well qualified to be Cincinnati's bench boss. His pro career started in 1996, and after more than 20 minor league stops through the end of his playing time in 2009, he might not have seen it all, but there wasn't much that he missed. Solidly over 500, the Cyclones are part of a pack fighting for a playoff spot in the Central Division. Payne elaborates on the reasons his teams had success so far.
It's just the consistency of work ethic, just helping the guys. There's a lot of new faces, a lot of young players, a mix of both. There's players that were sat out the years before because of the whole COVID thing. But just the ability to keep learning, keep wanting to work, and just have a great culture with a great leadership group, it goes a long way. And again, it's a race. It's a race to the finish, but you want just the consistent effort and the work ethic that comes with it.
Payne spent a full season and part of another as the team's assistant coach, then got the top job when Matt Thomas moved on to an American Hockey League coaching position. Payne speaks about his transition.
The coaching part in our league is the easiest part. It's more or less, it's all the extra stuff that goes on. And, I had a great, I guess when I say mentor, when it came to this, a great friend of mine, Matt Thomas, who's now moved on to the American League. And he taught me a lot of things about this league and myself playing in this league as well. Just understanding what it's like as a player. That's the key, is just understanding what it's like from a player's standpoint. Coaching standpoint, you can see one thing, but players, you see it a different way. So being able to see it on both sides of the spectrum is what's key, and it allows me to associate and connect with the players and build trust with them and establish that relationship so they know that I have their best interest at heart.
There's been so much player movement this season that coaches around the league have been tested in keeping an adequate number of players on rosters. Payne's handled that challenge.
You definitely have to keep your eyes on the transaction chart as always. I'm always watching our affiliates up top in Buffalo and then again in Rochester, because something happens up top and it's just a trickle effect. So you always have to be ready, and just have your finger on the pulse of every league and on your scouting list and your recruiting list, and seeing what players are available and who needs to fill in at what time. So just being able to be preemptive and be able to strike before it actually comes pouring down on you, that's the key. So it's a lot of coaches in our league are in the same boat, but it's a lot of movement, and it's an exciting time for everybody, but it also provides a lot of opportunity for some of those players who on a regular circumstance would get those opportunities.
As a result, Payne knows that the ECHL is really proving its worth as part of the hockey development ecosystem this season.
How many players have made their jumps to the American League? How many players have made their jumps to the NHL? And it's a testament to this league and what it provides both as coaches and players, because everyone's making the jump as long as you strive and work hard for it, and the league is doing a great job at that.
Is he happy he took the job?
Love it. I'm so happy, and I couldn't be more grateful and thankful.
Hi, I'm Stephen Bayless. I'm with the Rapid City Rush, and you're watching ECHL Week.
Teams around the league have generated some pretty good highlights the last couple of weeks. Let's check them out. We begin our highlights with a rarity. 2 shorthanded goals during the same penalty kill by the same player. Fort Wayne's Oliver Cooper is the one who accomplishes this unusual feat in a win over Kalamazoo.
3-on-1 for the Comets. Jones coming across the line, floats it over to Cooper, a shot, he scores! Another shorty for the Comets on the same kill, and both by Oliver Cooper.
Here's a well-executed 2-on-1. Kansas City's Ben Johnson teams with Derek Angeli for the goal in a victory over Idaho. Gabriel Shabbat of Rapid City is open enough to get off a shot, which finds the net for an overtime game winner against Wichita.
Gabe Shabbat wins it in overtime, and Rapid City comes all the way back.
You've heard of crashing the net. Not only does Eddie Matsushima of Tulsa do that, he also deposits the biscuit in the basket in overtime to give the Oilers a road victory against the Steelheads.
Eddie Matsushima.
And this save by Dylan Wells of Norfolk? Not much to say, other than this is about as good as it gets.
What a save by Dylan Wells! He stuck out his stick and robbed Logan Nelson. Sports Center, here comes Dylan Wells. Wow.
That wraps up another edition of ECHL Week from Norfolk, Virginia. Thanks very much for watching. Make sure to follow us on all of our social media channels. You know what they are. It's the best way to keep up to date on everything that's going on throughout the ECHL. You won't miss anything big if you follow us on those channels. See you next time. You just don't know what you'll see on the ice when you go to a game. We wrap today with this, which we certainly don't see every day, but it sure looks like fun.